Hi, welcome back. Here are some questions similar to what you might encounter in SAT. These questions test for the proper use of pronouns. You can pause the video if you like and work on your own, or you can work with me. So let's get started. Each of the boys wanted to hear their name called as the coach announced the final roster for the upcoming season. One of these underlined choices, A, B, C, or D, could be incorrect. And if you can't find anything that is incorrect, you will choose E. The correct answer is A. Did you choose A? And the reason is it's singular. So there's a pronoun, this is singular, each of the boys. So this should have been his or her. Congratulations if you got this correct. Peter, the store manager, assured the customers that their prices were comparable to those of their competitors on all items, even the most expensive ones. The correct answer here is B. The pronoun their. We don't know whether their refers to customers or Peter. So this is ambiguous. It's an improper use of a pronoun here. Peter, the store manager, assured the customers that his prices. So we know we're talking about Peter. The work involved in doing research on one's ancestors has become much less arduous because you can find a great deal of genealogical information on the internet. The incorrect choice is C here, because of a pronoun shift. Once you've decided to use one's in a sentence, stick with it. Do not change it to you. So you stay with the one you started. So maybe because one can now find a great deal of genealogical information on the internet. Let's look at this one here. Which of the following is the best way to combine sentences 2 and 3? They simply select a candidate by picking the one whose personality they like the most. They don't realize that choosing a leader is a much more serious task than that. So choice A, they don't realize that choosing a leader is more serious than that. Selecting the one whose personality they like most. Kind of awkward, isn't it? Selecting the one that has the personality they like most, they don't realize that it's more serious than that. I believe this is also very awkward. C, not realizing how serious a task it is to choose a leader. They simply select the candidate whose personality they most like. C is looking very good. Because of not realizing how serious it is choosing a leader, they simply select the candidate whose personality they like most. So I want to say that there's a pronoun ambiguity in A and B. Let's look at E. Because they simply select the candidate with the personality they like most, they don't realize choosing a leader is more serious than that. Again, there's pronoun ambiguity here. Let's look at C and D. Because of not realizing how serious it is choosing a leader, they simply select the candidate whose personality they like most. Now, there is less of a pronoun ambiguity in D and C, but out of D and C, C is the best one. This is a little awkward, and I don't like starting a sentence with a because unless I absolutely have to. If you would like to know more about lactose intolerance, come talk to John and talk to me or talk to I. Well, we know it's talk to me, so we will eliminate A and E right away. The best one is D. And one of the strategies you want to use in SAT, and I talk a lot about this in my critical reading section, is that you want to eliminate the choices that almost means the same thing. The Transportation Board announced their unanimous approval of the new contract at the press conference that afternoon. Okay, who did the announcing? The Transportation Board did the announcing. So to begin with, it should be singular and it should be its right here. So I don't like A and I don't like C. This is wrong. So it's a toss between B and C, and they snuck something else in honors here. This is an idiom error. This is a really good one. If it's, it can be anonymous if it's in the press conference. It has to be unanimous. And the correct answer is D and not B. The museum, which has sponsored free programs in the arts for city children since the late 90s, was cited by the mayor for its activity. Because it's singular, museum is one. The debate team, which included Emma and me. The debate team included me. If you took Emma out, me works. So the debate team, which included Emma and me, was stuck on the bus for more than 2 hours. All right, that concludes my pronoun application in the SAT questions. So I hope this was helpful and I will see you again. Goodbye.